Hello, FCS 2250 Computer Application students to Lesson 4. By this time, hey, it's just like clockwork. You guys want to check your due dates. Hopefully you've already checked all your due dates and put those into your calendar or your personal organizer. I would highly suggest to do that because not all the dates are the same every week. So with that, let's go ahead and load up Lesson 4 and see what we're all about. So Lesson 4, we're going to create a business letter with a letterhead and a table. Like clockwork, we have some vocab first. This is a word 22 points. You'll be able to download this, access the pages WD 121 through 173, submit within your designated Dropbox, and move right along. Assignment 2 now, Word 2016, Modular 3, our business letter. You're going to be utilizing your text pages WD 121 through 173. We actually skip Modular 2, dealing with a research paper. I highly recommend to complete that module, and you can complete it. I'm not going to accept it for credit, but I really recommend. They teach some great things in there to do it. But we are going to jump to Modular 3. So again, utilizing your text, you can see the pages that you need to. Again, follow all the numbered directions circled in red, using the provided images for guidance if necessary in order to complete the project. In the tutorial, as you're watching right now, I'm going to again show you kind of what I'm looking for here in a second, and then get us started and then turn it over to you for completion. Please again save your project frequently and submit to the designated Dropbox. Again, 5 points off for each problem that I see. If you followed your directions to a T, ask for any help that you may need earlier in the week than later. Following the proper protocol of email, again, explained in Lesson 1. If you need some updates with that, I'll get back to you ASAP. We should all get 100% on this project, no doubt about it. So with that, you notice that we don't have any data files for this project. Everything is going to be through Microsoft Word as well as the internet. So let's go ahead and get started. I am on page WD 121, where it gives us a little introduction. It talks a little bit about a project, your business letter with letterhead and table. Go ahead and read through those. I then flip to page 122, and you can see exactly what I'm looking at here, but they give you a little bit more information in regards to what the letterhead is. Our letterhead, where our date line is, where our inside address, and all of those types of things. This is a very detailed letter. It gets detailed even down to the apple, where we're going to be flipping those. Notice that the green leaf is pointing to the left here. The green leaf here is pointing to the right. Same image, flipped. So we'll be working through a lot of these types of things. We have a great table here. We put a certain style to our table. We set ruler guides and everything. So make sure that you follow all of your directions. I'm not sure if they tell you or not, but you want to make sure that you have your ruler guides on, and that's through your view ribbon, or view tab, excuse me, in your show group and your ruler command, and that's going to be helpful. I'm not sure if they show you that in the directions or not. Sometimes I get emails, how do I turn that ruler on? That's how you turn it on. As you can see, we have a left tab stop here. A lot of people are just going to tab their date lines and their complementary closes down below in their signature block over to the 4 inches. It's not how we do it. I'll be looking to see if you have your left tab in there and all of those good things. So with that, let's start a file new. I'm going to start a new one. You can load up your Word document. Here we are, a nice blank document. Before we get too far, I'm going to do a file save as. I'm going to save to a destination of my liking. I'm going to jump into my FCS 22 folder. I don't have a Lesson 4 folder. I'm going to choose my new folder. Again, if you're using a different operating system, you may have a different file management system than I do, but I'm sure you're pretty competent in your operating system. You can go ahead and figure that out, and we have a business letter. All right, let's go ahead and choose save. There we go. We can see that we have our business letter saved here. Wonderful. So now I'm on page WD 123, and again, it kind of tells us to open and create a blank document, and if necessary, maximize the Word window. So again, if yours is not maximized, go ahead and do so. We want our print layout button activated. All right. We want our show hide button, home tab. I'm on direction number 3. Sorry, I'm going kind of fast here. Home tab. Paragraph group again, show hide command. I'm going to leave my mouse over for a second where the pause, show hide pops up. Let's get that knocked out. Number 4, to display the page the same width as a document if necessary, click the Page Width button, View tab. Zoom group, as we can see right there, if you're following along on direction number 4, View tab, Zoom group, and there is our page width. We can jump it to our page width if we want. Now, I'm not a big page width fan. I'm going to jump mine back down to 100%. We'll see. Hopefully that won't throw us off too much. And then you can see on page WD124, we need to display the Layout tab. So let's jump to our Layout tab. And we need to adjust the margins button. So we're going to go on that second bulleted tab under direction number 1, our Layout tab, which we're on, Page Setup Group. So here we are in our Page Setup Group, and we want to click on the Margins button. So there we are with our margins. And we want to adjust that right from the get-go. So we want to click Moderate in the Adjust Margins gallery to change the margins to the specified settings. I'm on direction number 2 there. So Moderate gives us 1 inch top and bottom, left, a little bit less, 0.75 on the left and the right. So we're going to choose Moderate. And as you can see, if you did see that, it jumped my insertion point over a little bit to that 0.75 adjustment. Again, I really highly recommend for you guys to read through creating a letterhead type of thing there on page WD124. Over on 125, they give you some great information to then jump down to direction number 1 on the bottom of 125. And we're going to display the Insert tab. So let's jump to our Insert tab. We're going to click the Draw a Shape. All right, well, where's Draw a Shape? Again, there's my tool, there's my little tip. Insert tab, which we're on, Illustrations group, there's our illustration group, Draw a Shape. So where's our Draw a Shape? Shapes. Excuse me. Draw a Shape. Is there a Draw a Shape? I don't see that. Illustrations group, which I'm on, and it says Draw a Shape. Now, I don't see Draw a Shape option, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump to Shapes, and I'm going to hope that that's right. Because, yeah, looking over at my figure 3.3, so that's going to help me out a little bit. It does show shapes, so that can help you out. So there's our shapes, and we are going to click on the rectangle shape in the rectangle area. So here's our rectangle. Here's our rectangle shape in the rectangle area. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. It removes the gallery, but if I move my mouse over to it, now I kind of have a crosshairs, if you will, where I'm going to start drawing it. And as you can see in figure 3.4, that's exactly what I'm looking at. You're going to position the pointer, a crosshair, in the approximate location for the upper left corner of the desired figure, and that's figure 3.4. Drag the mouse to the right and downward to form the boundaries of the shape as shown in figure 3.5. Do not release the mouse button. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to drag down, and I'm going to move that across, and I'm looking at, again, figure 3.5. It's telling me not to release the mouse button. I'm kind of looking at it, looking at 3.5. Okay, I think I'm kind of good there. Release the mouse button so that the word draws the shape according to your drawing in the document window. So I release the mouse button, and here we are. Direction number 5 now says, verify your shape is the same approximate height and width as the one shown in the project by reviewing, and if necessary, changing the values in the shape, height box and shape width boxes. Drawing tools, I'm in my drawing tools now up here. Format tab, drawing tools format tab. So here's my format tab. Size group. So I'm going to jump over here to the size group, and we're going to type in our coordinates here to 0.53. So go ahead and type in 0.53 there on your keyboard, or you can use the up or down arrows. And 5.7 on our width. So 5.7 on the width. And I'm going to press my enter key, and there we are. I have that set right there. Jumping over to page WD127 to change an object's position. So with the shape still selected, so if this isn't selected, for example, not selected, go ahead and select it. I clicked once on it and we're ready to go. Click the Position Object button, Drawing Tools, Format tab, Arrange Group. So where's our Arrange Group? There you are, Arrange Group, to display the Position Object Gallery. And you can look at figure 3.7. So we need to choose the Position Gallery. I'm going to go ahead and flip the page. Point to the various options in the position object so you can point to it and you can see where it kind of moves things around in your document. And watch the shape move as I just mentioned. So direction number 2 says click the position in the top center with the square text wrapping. Top center, square text wrapping. Let's go ahead and click that. Beautiful. Direction number 1 now on to change an object's text wrapping. With the shape still selected, click the Layout Options button attached to the graphic to display the layout options. So let's take a look at figure 3.8, and you can see in the upper right hand corner now we have this, Layout Options. Let's go ahead and click it. Click the top and bottom in the Layout Options gallery so the object does not cover the document text, figure 3.9. So if you look over in figure 3.9, you can see what they're asking for. Well, truthfully, hold on a second. I'm going to read that direction one more time. Excuse me. Click top and bottom in the layout options. Top and bottom. Top and bottom right here. Now they mention so that the object does not cover the document text shown in figure 3.9. And I don't like that because I look over in 3.9 and it looks like they're looking at a theme style to me instead of this. So again, if you have any questions about these things, please let me know. They should have said figure 3.8 there, because if I'm looking at 3.8, boom, there I do see the top and bottom options. So we're going to choose that. Once I chose that, do you notice? Let me click undo. That's a Control Z on the keyboard. Here's my position where I can start typing. If I click on this, choose this option, and if I choose top and bottom, which I should, it brings down that insertion point below the object that we just put in. So that's good. Now on page WD129, direction number 1, with the shape still selected, we still have it selected, click the More button shown in figure 3.8 in the Shape Style Gallery Drawing Tools format. So I think they have a little typo here. I think they want us to look at figure 3.9 now and just the reverse in the previous direction. So maybe we need to write to the editor and let them know that, I believe, unless you can correct me if I'm wrong. Anywho, here we go. So the More button and the Shape Style. So where's the More button? Right here. That is your More button right there. So Drawing Tools format, Shape Styles group to expand the gallery. And there it is. Point to the Moderate Effect Gray 50 Accent 3. And actually you can kind of click through, and this is what's called a live preview. You can kind of see all the different ones that they have. And eventually you want the 50% gray. So I'm going to come over here, and that's my 50% gray Accent 3. Fourth effect in the 5th row in the Shape Style Gallery to display a live preview of the style applied to the shape in the document. Point to the various styles and all those types of good things, and you want to click on the Moderate Effect Gray 50% Accent 3. So making sure that your Moderate Effect, I was on the wrong one, I was up on the Subtle Effect, you want to be on the Moderate Effect, my bad. And let's go ahead and click on that. And I'm going to click off of that, and as you can see we have a little bit of shadow there and whatnot, but I'm going to click back on it. Now it says to right click the shape to display a mini toolbar. Let's go ahead and right click on that shape, and it brings up a mini toolbar and or shortcut menu as we see on figure 3.10. Click and add text on the shortcut menu to place an insertion point in the shape. So click add text right there. And there we now can add text to this location. And the insertion point and the paragraph mark are not centered in the shape. Click Center button, Home tab, Paragraph group. So mine is centered. If yours is not, Home tab, Paragraph group, Center command. And you're going to type Village of Apple Park. So let's go ahead and do that. Sorry if that keyboard is really loud in your ear. I apologize for that. And let's go ahead then and to use the increase font size button, let's go ahead and highlight this. I'm down on direction number 1, drag through the text to be formatted. And oh, I'm looking at my time, you guys. I only have 15 minutes and I'm at 14:50 right now. The rest is up to you. Good luck. Email me soon if you have questions. Have a great one, everyone.